You've got a vegetable on your farm, you can kimchi that. The lime pickled eggs. So you take pickling lime, stir it into water, put fresh eggs in. They have to be farm fresh. They can't be store-bought because in the US anyway, they wash the eggs by law. So we want the microbial bloom, which protects the eggs. So here we've got, this is what I use, the rocket dehydrator to do the dehydration. We do have a few more trays of nuts that are just needed to be finished up. So again, that's what they look like when they're in process. You kind of see they got a nice little salty coating. So stacking functions as far as salting and soaking. So we'll let those go probably another half day. It's just as long as they're sort of dry when you crunch into them, then they'll be shelf stable. I brought some sourdough starter from my hometown in San Diego. Another thing we did was we dehydrated it. So basically you just take sourdough, active sourdough, we just spread it out onto some parchment paper and let it sit out in the sun or in the dehydrator. And it basically makes these flakes that are still basically like suspended animation for our yeast and bacteria. So you just rehydrate these and you'll have super active, bubbly sourdough. So I made a big batch of this, and so hopefully I'm sending people home back to their hometowns with a little bit of this starter. And then yeah, we made tons and tons of loaves of bread. That was another fun thing, using all the rockety things here at Wheaton Labs. So we mainly made use of the rocket oven. Fun device to play with. And a Dutch oven. So it takes a few loaves to get our groove on, but man, I created some sourdough monsters here. Some of the students were like cranking out bread 2 and 3 and 4 loaves a day. So with kombucha, we want, there's a primary fermentation that just makes the base drink, which is perfectly healthy for us. But if you like carbonation, you want to sort of replicate soda. This is a secondary fermentation. So we took upcycled kombucha bottles and we filled them with this is all mostly herbs from the farm. So we have elderberries, different flowers and herbs. Did an infusion where we put the kombucha in with the herbs for like 2 or 3 days. So you can kind of see it gets fizzy. I think I'm gonna go burp this bottle right now. One thing to note about fermentation, it's different from quick pickling. It's not inherently shelf stable, meaning like it's active. So it takes a little more babysitting. However, there's so many other things that fermented foods that are preserved this way do compared to quick pickles, as we call them.